So we made it to Tirana. We took a taxi from Skopje, where I was on last vlog, for about 50 euros last night. So we came here last night. It's about maybe 27 degrees outside right now.
I think it's even warmer, maybe 30 degrees.
Yeah, it's really hot here.
And then it's in the sun, so it's...
Not a single cloud in the sky, so it's very hot here. So now we're gonna go find some bunkers or something like that. If it's one thing Albania is famous for, it's these concrete bunkers that are littered all around the country. There are about 137,000 of them, and they were built during the rule of Enver Hoxha, who was the communist leader of the country. Here is the remnants of one of them, here in Tirana. And there's also this part of the anti-fascist protection wall, or as it's more commonly known, the Berlin Wall. So far, we've been pleasantly surprised by Albania. The center of the city, Tirana, seems very well developed compared to its neighbors, and it seems almost on par with some of the cities in Western Europe, especially Poland. So I just wanted to add some final thoughts real quick about Tirana. I think that it's a very divided city. As you saw in the city center, it feels very well developed. I mean, the parks have free Wi-Fi, it's very clean and wide streets and very nice. But then you go out to the suburbs and there you have big rundown buildings that there aren't any pavement on the streets, and have big trash heaps with kids going through them looking for anything worth. And you must remember that you're still in the wealthy part of the country. I mean, if you go out to the countryside, it's probably even worse. So that nice city center, you start to wonder at what cost is that for. So all in all, I think Albania is a very beautiful country, but it has its problems, like all countries. Welcome back to another vlog. Today we are in Skopje, the capital of North Macedonia. Here in Skopje, they are taking the coronavirus very seriously, because when you want to enter a restaurant or mall or something like that, you have to put on a mask and show your vaccine pass. And we ate breakfast at Burger King, and even though we were the only people there in a quite large restaurant, we still had to show our vaccine pass and put on masks. So they're very careful with that here. Compared to when we entered Montenegro and Albania, they didn't even ask for it at the border. And the city feels very spread out, because in 1963 the city suffered from an earthquake which destroyed 80% of the buildings in the city. So when they rebuilt it, they put the buildings quite spread out, so that if another earthquake hit, there wouldn't be as much damage. Right now we are in the district of Orissary in Skopje, and North Macedonia law dictates that any municipality that has over 20% of the population speaking a certain language, then that language has to be official in that municipality. And this district is the only in North Macedonia where over 20% of the population is Romani, which means that this is the only part of the world where Romani is an official language, even though there are about upwards to 20 million people who speak Romani in the world right now. And Skopje is also the largest Romani city in the world, and upwards to, I think, 10% of the population of North Macedonia are Romani. We have arrived in Sofia, Bulgaria, and the bus ride here was quite interesting. At first, when we were at the border checkpoint, my seatbelt got stuck, so I couldn't get out of the bus. So I had to slip out, and then they were doing the passport check, and they told us we couldn't enter Bulgaria because we came from North Macedonia, which is a red zone, and only Bulgarians could enter Bulgaria. And if we wanted to enter Bulgaria, we had to leave in the next 24 hours. So we would have to take a...
On a side note, people here drive like maniacs.
Yeah, they do. Our bus driver did too, so yeah.
He was like 40 kilometers over the speed limit all the time, and he just wanted to become a pilot in the speed bumps because that bus was flying.
Yeah, we almost hit our head on the roofs. But yeah, we had to leave in 24 hours if we wanted to enter. So we thought we should like book an earlier bus to Istanbul. But then they said, oh, you can go in. So we're not really sure right now if we are allowed to stay here or not. So yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys the souvenirs I bought real quick. I have this pin. I don't know if you can see it. It's from the 1980 Olympics in Moscow. I bought this hat in Sofia, probably from the Bulgarian army back in the communist times. I have this hat. There's the star from the Yugoslav People's Army from 1972. The guy I bought it from had it when he served in the army. And I also bought a North Macedonian flag as well.